Somebody just had the most vulnerable, gut-wrenching conversation of their life, and your name came up over and over and over again. This person broke down in front of someone they deeply respect and admitted things they've been hiding for so long. The guilt, the regret, the realization of what they lost when they lost you. This confession got so deep that even the elder listening couldn't believe what they were hearing. Stay with me because the energy coming through right now is raw. It's real and it's happening in real time. Hey, beautiful souls. This is Alara and welcome back to True Soul Tarot Guidance. If this is your first time here, I'm so glad the universe led you to this reading. Check out what resonates with you and leave the rest. Not every message will be for everyone, so take what feels right in your spirit and let go of what doesn't align. Now let's get right into this because the energy here is urgent, emotional, and honestly, it feels like this person is at a breaking point. The cards are already indicating that an individual is experiencing a profound unraveling, primarily due to their treatment of you. Let us delve into the underlying issues. Immediately, I sense that this person has been burdened with an immense weight. Since losing access to you, they have been grappling with the repercussions of their actions, which has been consuming them from within. Life has not treated them kindly, and I perceive that every challenge they are currently facing is directly linked to the decisions they made regarding you. This situation transcends mere feelings of missing you. It involves their awakening to the reality that they have destroyed something authentic, something precious, which they will never recover. Now, they find themselves in the presence of someone they hold in high regard, perhaps an elder family member, a mentor, or a spiritual advisor whose opinion they value greatly, and they are confiding in this person. The first card I am drawing is the Five of Cups, and it signifies regret and loss. This individual is fixated on what they have spilled, what they have ruined, and what they have discarded. They are unable to cease their thoughts about the errors they committed with you. However, the Five of Cups also reveals that there are still two cups standing behind them, symbolizing hope and the possibility of salvaging something. Yet, this person is so engulfed in their grief that they fail to recognize what remains. They are currently overwhelmed by their own sorrow. In the context of this reading, this card illustrates that this person is finally confronting the reality of their actions. They are no longer evading the truth or crafting excuses. They are enduring the pain of realizing that they have damaged something beautiful, and it is breaking them apart. I hear them expressing sentiments such as, "I wish I had known then what I know now," or "I cannot believe I was so foolish." They are acknowledging that they behaved immaturely, they lied, they cheated, and they allowed the wrong individuals to sway their decisions. This dialogue with the elder is profound, and it seems as though this individual cannot cease speaking. Once they began, a torrent of thoughts emerged. Interestingly, it appears that this elder, regardless of whom they are addressing, is also being forthright. This is not a person who will soften the truth or provide false comfort regarding their poor decisions. This elder is being candid and essentially conveying to this individual, "You had a genuine angel and you treated them poorly. What did you anticipate?" This individual recognizes that they cannot dispute this assertion. They are unable to justify their actions because everything the elder articulates is accurate. The Five of Cups indicates that this person is also coming to the realization that their actions not only caused you pain but also inflicted harm upon themselves. Each lie they told, every instance they prioritized someone else over you, and every occasion they disregarded your emotions or failed to safeguard you as they ought to have, all contributed to their current state of solitude, grappling with turmoil, and yearning to revert to a time when they could have acted differently. The second card that emerges is the Devil, which is quite revealing. The Devil card symbolizes entrapment, addiction to harmful habits, submission to negative influences, and granting authority to unworthy entities. This individual is admitting that they were genuinely under the sway of profoundly negative and manipulative forces. Whether this was due to a particular person, a collective of individuals, or even their own ego and insecurities, they permitted darkness to dictate their relationship with you. I sense that there was someone, perhaps several individuals, who exerted excessive influence over this person's life to the extent that they could not make decisions without first consulting this toxic presence. They were unable to love you unreservedly because another voice was incessantly whispering doubts, instigating conflicts. They caused you to question yourself when they should have been questioning those around them. With the Devil card, I perceive that this individual is acknowledging their narcissistic behavior within this relationship. They sought constant validation and desired to maintain control. They craved admiration, and whenever you offered constructive criticism or attempted to assist in their personal growth, they perceived it as a personal affront. Even if they did not express it outwardly, internally they struggled with your assertiveness, and now they are revealing all of this. They are confiding in this elder, stating, "I allowed the wrong individuals to hold power over me. I permitted them to dictate my perception of my partner. I allowed them to turn me against someone who truly cared for me." The Devil card also signifies being bound to materialism, to fleeting pleasures that may feel gratifying in the moment but ultimately lead to destruction. This individual is coming to the realization that whatever they were pursuing, be it approval from others, boost to their ego, or temporary gratification, none of it was worth sacrificing you. Oh my goodness! The energy is also indicating that this person allowed someone to deceive them. There was either a feminine or masculine energy, depending on how this resonates with you, who pretended to have this person's best interests in mind, yet was actually undermining the relationship all along. This could have been a so-called friend, a family member, or even an ex who never truly exited the scene. Regardless of who it was, this person granted them spiritual access to the relationship, which was one of their gravest errors. I sense that you may have even cautioned them about this energy. You might have expressed, "I do not trust that individual," or mentioned that something felt off about them, and this person defended that toxic influence. They made you feel as though you were overreacting or being envious when, in fact, your intuition was entirely accurate. Now, in this dialogue with the elder, they are conceding, "You were correct. I should have heeded the warning. I should have safeguarded what we shared." The third card in this context is the Tower. This card signifies total devastation, abrupt upheaval, and everything crumbling. This individual's life has been deteriorating ever since your absence, and it is not merely a minor disturbance, it is a complete breakdown. The Tower indicates that the foundation this person believed they possessed was constructed on falsehoods, toxic relationships, and ego, and now it is all collapsing. I perceive that this individual is encountering disputes almost daily. There is discord in their household, strife with those they considered loyal companions, and internal conflict. Everything they once deemed stable is revealing itself to be illusory. The confidant they trusted, the one to whom they relinquished their power, has betrayed them. Deceptions are surfacing. Secrets are being unveiled. Individuals are gossiping about them, and they are coming to the realization that they were manipulated all along. What is even more astonishing is that I sense this person is discovering that the same individuals who were scrutinizing you, critiquing you, and discussing you were also engaging in deceitful behavior behind this person's back. While they were preoccupied with you and your actions, these toxic influences were conspiring, possibly even entangled in romantic or dubious situations with one another. The Tower reveals a significant awakening, something this person did not anticipate, and it is profoundly unsettling for them. They are now filled with paranoia, unsure of whom to trust. They are surveying their circle and recognizing that many of these individuals are deceitful. The one genuine person, the one who truly cared for them and wished the best for them, was you. Yet, they chose to distance themselves from you. Additionally, I am sensing that this person is facing some form of threat or pressure from their surroundings. With the energy of the Tower, it is possible that if they attempt to extricate themselves from a particular situation or detach from certain individuals, they will encounter repercussions. Perhaps it is a matter of family conflict, or it could be a detrimental relationship from which they are attempting to escape. Or it may involve an entire community of individuals who feel entitled to dictate this person's life. Regardless, they find themselves torn between the desire to liberate themselves and the fear of the consequences that may follow. During this discussion with the Elder, they are confronted with the statement, "You brought this upon yourself." You allowed these individuals to become comfortable in controlling you, and now you are astonished that they are reluctant to relinquish that control. While this may seem harsh, it is indeed the reality, and this individual is aware of it. Before we proceed, I would like to take a moment to express my gratitude to all those who support this channel. If this reading resonates with you and you are feeling the energy, I kindly ask you to consider showing your appreciation through Super Thanks. Whether it is $10, $20, or $30, every contribution aids me in continuing to create these messages for you. Furthermore, if you wish to delve even deeper, I encourage you to consider becoming a channel member. Members gain access to exclusive content, extended readings, and much more. Your support is invaluable to me and enables me to continue this work. Now, let us return to this energy as there is so much more to explore. The fourth card I am drawing is the Eight of Swords, which symbolizes a sense of entrapment, a mental imprisonment, and being ensnared in a situation where one cannot perceive a way out. This individual feels as though they are currently in handcuffs. They are coming to the realization that those they have empowered have been exerting control over them for a far longer period than they had previously believed. This situation transcends their relationship with you. It encompasses the entirety of their existence. I perceive that this person has been living to gain the approval of others for such an extended time that they have lost sight of their true self and their genuine desires. They have been manipulated like a puppet, with the strings being pulled by familial expectations, societal pressures, toxic friendships, and the fear of judgment, among other factors. Now, they find themselves in the presence of this elder, breaking down as they finally recognize the confinement in which they have been living. With the Eight of Swords, I perceive that this individual is admitting their failure to protect you as they ought to have. They allowed others to disrespect you, to discuss you, to scrutinize you, and to make you a target without intervening. In fact, they even took part in it. They may have disclosed private information about you to individuals who had no right to know your affairs. They provided updates regarding your relationship to outsiders as if it were a reality show, and now they are coming to terms with how invasive that was. The elder is advising them, you must not do that. You should not allow others into your relationship in such a manner. You must not provide them with ammunition to use against the person you are meant to love. This individual is feeling the burden of that realization. Furthermore, I observe that this person is reflecting on their comfort within their dysfunction. You attempted to assist them in their growth. You endeavored to highlight self-destructive behaviors, but instead of accepting that feedback with appreciation, they resisted it. They found solace in their messiness. They were at ease in the chaos because it was familiar, and the prospect of change was daunting. However, now that they are confronting the repercussions of remaining in that comfort zone, they regret not heeding your advice. They lament not undertaking the necessary work while you were still there to support them. The Eight of Swords also signifies self-imposed limitations. This person is coming to the realization that many of the obstacles they are currently facing are of their own making. They opted to remain oblivious. They chose to overlook warning signs. They prioritized comfort over personal growth, and now they are facing the consequences. Oh my goodness. I am also sensing that this individual is experiencing a breakdown as they compare their support for you with the support you provided for them, and the disparity is stark. When you were enduring challenges, when you required assistance, this person was only partially present at best. They may have initially been supportive, but then they shifted the focus onto themselves or became distracted, socializing with friends. During the conversation, they were engaged with toxic influences, not entirely available for you. However, when they required your support, you were there completely. You exhibited patience. You demonstrated understanding. You were present. Now, they are acutely aware of this imbalance, and it is profoundly affecting them. The fifth and final card is the Judgment card, which is incredibly significant. Judgment pertains to awakening, reckoning, confronting the truth, and being held accountable for one's actions. This individual is currently experiencing a spiritual awakening. Everything they have done, every lie they have told, every person they have harmed, and every decision they have made is returning to them. Karma is indeed real, and it is making its presence known forcefully. The Judgment card also signifies rebirth, presenting the chance to rise from the ashes and improve. However, one must first confront their past actions, and that is precisely what is occurring in this dialogue with the Elder. This individual is compelled to examine themselves honestly, without filters or excuses, and to recognize the reality of who they have been. I sense that this person is acknowledging their fraudulent behavior in certain respects. They assumed the role of the victim while, in truth, they were the antagonist. They distorted narratives to portray you negatively while they were the ones inflicting harm. They deceived others, creating a false narrative, and now the truth is surfacing. People are beginning to see through the charade, and this individual can no longer maintain the pretense. The Judgment card indicates that there is no longer any room for concealment. Everything is being illuminated, and this person must confront it. In this discussion, they are admitting to having gaslighted you, projecting their own problems onto you, and intentionally attempting to make you feel irrational when you were, in fact, perceiving things accurately. The Elder is not allowing them to evade responsibility. They are being reminded you are aware of better choices. You understood your actions, yet you proceeded regardless. With Judgment, I also perceive that this person is at a pivotal juncture. They have the option to either persist along the same trajectory, repeatedly making the same errors, and allowing toxic individuals to dictate their life, or they can initiate a genuine transformation. They can opt for healing. They can embrace accountability. They can strive to become the individual they were meant to be all along. And I sense that they are gravitating towards change, albeit with fear, as it necessitates severing ties with those who have held influence for an extended period. It entails asserting themselves in ways they have never done previously. It involves acknowledging to you, should the opportunity arise, just how misguided they were. The Judgment card embodies a potent energy of transformation, yet it demands that one endure trials first, and this individual is currently engulfed in those trials. I am receiving the impression that this person wishes to reach out to you. They desire to engage in a dialogue. They wish to disclose everything, reveal all those who contributed to the disintegration, and seek forgiveness. However, they are acutely aware that you may not be receptive to this. They perceive that you have moved on, that you are safeguarding your tranquility, and they are filled with dread that the door may be permanently shut. Nevertheless, with the Judgment card, there is always a possibility for redemption if the individual is genuinely prepared to undertake the necessary work. The pivotal question remains, are they ready to demonstrate their commitment, or is this merely a fleeting moment of clarity before they revert to their previous habits? Additionally, it is evident that this person is currently navigating significant turmoil in their personal life, making the prospect of reaching out to you feel like a potential escape. They find themselves amidst a tempest, facing betrayals from all directions, daily disputes, and individuals turning against them, and they are contemplating, if I can just return to my person, everything will be all right. However, the elder is also guiding them on this matter, asserting, you cannot return to them to find your resolution. You must first resolve your own issues. This is the challenging reality that this individual is grappling with. They understand that they cannot simply arrive at your doorstep with the same energy they previously exhibited and expect you to welcome them back. They must undergo genuine transformation, and such transformation can be quite uncomfortable. Additionally, I am sensing that certain individuals within this person's circle are actively opposing any potential reconciliation between the two of you. They are influences that do not wish for this person to reach out to you, as they understand that your re-entry into the situation would diminish their control. They have been thriving on this person's vulnerabilities, confusion, and need for affirmation, and you pose a significant threat to that established dynamic. Therefore, even as this individual experiences this awakening, there remain forces attempting to drag them back down. It resembles crabs in a barrel. Whenever this person attempts to ascend and improve their situation, someone is there to pull them back down. This elder is making it abundantly clear that unless they sever ties with those individuals entirely, no progress will be made. Furthermore, I perceive that this person has been harboring resentment, not towards you, but towards those who have manipulated them. They are currently feeling anger as they come to the realization that they were exploited, played, and set up for failure, and this anger is intensifying. A portion of their dialogue with the elder involves expressing their feelings of betrayal, their embarrassment for having trusted the wrong individuals, and their deep regret for not heeding your warnings. There is a strong sense of you were right energy present, which is humbling for this person, as they are not accustomed to acknowledging their mistakes, yet they can no longer deny the truth. The evidence is all around them. If this message resonates with you, I kindly ask that you take a moment to click the like button right now. Please share this video with a friend who may also benefit from hearing it. Your engagement with the content significantly aids the algorithm in promoting this message to a wider audience in need. The YouTube algorithm tends to favor videos that receive early engagement, so your like, comment, and share all contribute immensely to disseminating these readings to the collective. Let us collectively elevate this video so that it can reach all those who are destined to see it. As we conclude this reading, I want to emphasize that if this individual returns, which I believe is quite probable, you have the authority to decide the next steps. You are responsible for establishing the boundaries. You can choose whether or not to listen to them, and you are not obligated to grant them another opportunity simply because they have finally realized their mistakes. Some individuals return because they have truly transformed, while others do so out of desperation, hoping you will alleviate their suffering. It is essential for you to discern which category this person falls into. The cards indicate that this individual is being urged towards genuine change, but such transformation does not occur instantaneously. If they reach out, Pay attention to their actions rather than merely their words. Observe whether they have genuinely severed ties with toxic influences. Assess if they have engaged in personal development. Determine if they are presenting themselves differently, or if they are simply the same person with a revised narrative. This person has left an impression on you, but you have also impacted them, and they will never forget the connection you shared. You set the benchmark, demonstrating what authentic love entails, and now others will inevitably seem inferior in comparison. However, it is not your responsibility to rectify this situation. You have fulfilled your role. You loved them. You endeavored to assist them in their growth. You exhibited patience, which they failed to value. Now, they are experiencing the difficult lesson of losing something irreplaceable. The decision to allow them back into your life rests entirely with you. But remember that you possess all the power in this situation. They are the ones pleading. They are the ones who are broken. They are the ones who must earn your trust, not the other way around. Thank you immensely for being present, beautiful souls. I hope this reading has provided you with clarity, affirmation, or simply a sense of tranquility, knowing that the truth ultimately reveals itself. Keep in mind to only accept what resonates with you and disregard the rest. I look forward to connecting with you in the next session, sending you abundant love and light. This is Blue from Twin Soul Collective Guidance, and I will speak with you soon.